Welcome back to Beyond the Film Uncut. Today we are going to be diving into a little bit of Norse mythology. Okay? I love mythology. Like, I love mythology down. Greek mythology, Norse mythology, any. Bring it on. I want to learn about it. And, I had this class in high school that gave me a lot of context about Norse mythology.
Was it folks and mythology, or was it just Greek mythology?
No, it was called folklore and mythology. So we talked about Norse and Greek, but it was only half a semester. I feel like if it was a longer class, we would have gotten into more religions. Yeah. But something that I was already into Marvel movies a lot in that time period too. So I already knew about Thor and Loki and Odin and all the jazz. So I'm learning about this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy the differences. So I feel like what I want to get into right now, the biggest difference in relation to the Ragnarok movie, Hela is actually Loki's daughter.
Yep, that's the one fact I know.
Hela and Fenrir are actually both Loki's children.
Who?
The wolf.
He had a wolf?
Is named Fenrir. Yes.
He had a wolf son.
Yes.
Like a wolf, or was he
Nope. Wolf. Exactly as it is. I also think it might have came out of an egg. That's part is a little shady for me. But he's
a giant.
Yeah. And he also had, his children were with another mythological type of creature.
Yeah.
But since, they weren't really happy that he had those children with them. So they were get rid of them. Yeah. And with Hela, her name is Hel, not Hela. Mm-hmm. Hela. That's kind of funny. But, yeah. She, was shown half dead, half alive. They kind of give us a glimpse of that into
Goddess of Death.
Yes, and they kind of give us a slight glimpse into that in the What If series. They show her transitioning from life, alive and dead. 1? I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't watch any other season.
And something else that's really cool that I would want to point out is that Odin, his eyeball, he lost his eyeball willingly. He gave it up for infinite knowledge of the universe.
In the mythology?
Mm-hmm. But in the movie, he lost it in a battle. Yeah. The battle that he gained Loki. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I also...
This is just history class with Meadow. Stop looking at the clock.
I was say, wait, yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on.
This is not uncut.
It's gonna be uncut. We might have to.
You're gonna have to cut some things.
Start over.
Oh.
Because those were the.
You were doing pretty fine.
But I didn't know what else to talk about.
I could have asked you questions. You didn't have to. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh. Dang. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, just keep it all in. That's what these episodes are for.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reclap though.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
This is raw, real, and authentic.
That's us.
No cuts.
Okay.
Hopefully you didn't skip off the video.
Thanks. All right, so what questions do you have for me?
Well, yeah, the main one, I guess we can start with, personality about Hela in the mythology? Was Marvel accurate with, besides family relations?
Yeah.
Is, the personality tones of each character is accurate?
We didn't dive too much into personality for all of the characters. It was more so, a brief... overview of what the mythology was, because we spent most of the semester on
Greek mythology.
Yeah, and then
the big
one. Yeah, there's all the movies and stuff about it. But I'm they got a good amount of movies about Norse mythology. Mm-hmm. Look at all the Thor movies.
Look at Marvel.
look at Marvel, and then even outside of Marvel, like, they make Norse mythology movies.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I also find it interesting, like, with very minimal knowledge, the similarities between, like, the mythologies, like, Norse mythology, Greek mythology, like, Zeus, lightning bolts, thunder, Thor, god of thunder.
Yeah.
Hela, goddess of death.
Yeah.
Hades, you know?
And it's, like, the same story, but in different fonts. Like, Zeus, he, you know, his daddy tried to eat all the kids because he was going to take over the world. Titans. But then Zeus, he broke out, he broke free. And it's kind of like the same thing with Odin. And then another thing that's different, the Valkyrie. They weren't necessarily considered warriors, but, like, they were the people who carried you to Valhalla. So, like, when you died on the battlefield, the Valkyrie would come down, they would get you, and then they would fly you into heaven.
That makes sense, because they're in the movie, they were riding on white Pegasus, and like their suits aren't pure white, but they are very bright.
It was like white with like gray accents and stuff, and they were coming out of like a golden hole in the sky. So like that's pretty
very
cool.
holy, spiritual heavens.
Yeah, and I think that it is kind of interesting that they don't have a big emphasis on Valhalla in the Marvel universe, and maybe it's because it's like, you know, they're not really focusing on death.
Yeah, and Love and Thunder. That's where Jane goes.
Right. I forgot about that. But the point is, like, you're supposed to die a warrior's death. And I think that is very interesting, considering that it's a religion for, like, the Vikings and, like, in the Viking area and whatever. But I was watching a little animated, like, short series that was about Vikings, and they, were on that a lot, like, come on, let's go. We gotta
fight some people.
We gotta fight some people. Like, they killed my daddy. Like, let's go.
Let's go. That's, bro, and I don't think I can say this on camera, but, like, that's the equivalent, you know, to, you know, like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you kill my daddy, now I have to murk you.
Eye for an eye.
Right, but we're savages.
I think it's like that's human nature.
Yeah, but
like people always want to get even.
Your skin color makes it good or bad. Okay,
we need to stop making assumptions.
We need to stop being racist.
That's part of making assumptions. You assuming something just based on looking at them. Assumptions.
Fear of what you don't understand, the unknown.
Bro, it's so crazy that you mentioned that, because I mentioned that for our next episode in my notes.
Yeah, that's the whole basis of
all of the X-Men.
All of them.
But nonetheless,
Genism.
Any more Norse mythology questions?
No, because like you said, you didn't really go into depth. It would just be like, you know, the relationship between like, do Hela and Thor ever actually interact? Like, what's the family dynamic actually like? In the Norse mythology.
I wonder what fueled the Marvel team to create these characters based off of Norse mythology.
Well, I think it would have to go back to the comic book team.
Of course, not the cinematic universe team. Yes, like the people when they were making the comics. Like, I wonder what fueled them to do that, and like
only if we could ask Stan. R.I.P. Stan.
Like, why is there not a Jesus superhero? Like, is that too close? Like,
well,
maybe
they talk about. I don't know about in the comics, but in the movies they do talk about like God. You know how most people talk about God, and like, God? You know, I forgot which movie that was. It was one of the Avengers movies when like they were interacting with. Is this the same movie? Never mind. I think I'm getting it confused, because there's a scene in my head where someone was like he was like, I'm a god, like God.
That is the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
Yes, and Natasha, she was
not
talking,
the big one.
Yeah, she was talking to Cap old-timey Cap who just, woke up a little bit ago. He was like, yeah, like, Cap, you don't want to mess with these guys. They're basically gods, talking about Loki and Thor. And she's like,
worship one god.
There's only one god, ma'am.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that. And then he jumps out the plane. Because God got him. He got faith.
True. But yeah, I think, since it's more of like a current religion, it's more of a touchy subject.
And I think that they're just like, Greek mythology has been played out. Like, I'm not trying to...
The Greeks don't care. Or maybe they do care.
Maybe not. Maybe it's Christian over there. Orthodox Christian churches.
Yeah, probably is.
Yeah, big Christianity is... Yeah, there's some places that don't, but I feel like it's everywhere.
I feel like Europe is pretty Christian, and then you get to like Africa and Central Asia is more like Islam, and then you have like Buddhism, Hinduism, a bunch of other ones too, in like Southern Southeast Asia.
Yeah, definitely, man. But
anyways,
yeah,
that was it. Cute, sweet little Norse mythology. Let us know in the comments all the information that you know.
Yeah, like if you're more knowledgeable about Norse mythology, please share with us. Let us know if you have any information about the relationship in between the characters. Yes. In between like Hela, Thor, Loki and Odin, Odin and Thor.
Yeah. Let us know. Give this video a like. These uncut videos are cute, short, raw, real, and authentic. So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.